Hello, good afternoon. I hope you can hear me. It's better with a hand mic, I guess. As it was said, my name is Vit. I'm from a company which called Square Motion. We're a video marketing agency here in Dubai. But I promise you that I'm not going to talk about our Square Motion agency or anything like that. It's not going to be a PR talk. What I have, my mission is really what I'm set on, is to educate people, educate my fellow business owners about the importance of video and how we can use videos in our businesses to grow and to develop. So you can, of course, I'll be more than happy if you can get connected with me on the LinkedIn. I'm very active on the LinkedIn. So please do get in touch with me there. By the way, my profession is I'm a producer for the last 20 years. I've been here in this region for the last 7. I've run 3 companies. This last one is called Square Motion, as I mentioned, but that's really the end about that company. So what I'm going to talk about today is why is video important, why I believe video is really extremely important, what kind of videos we can create as a business owners, what are the structures of the video, what is the structure of the video, what kind of equipment we can use, some best practices, some tools, where to upload video, and obviously I will give you some time to ask some questions. I hope I will provide the answers to it. So let's start with my bold statement that video is, according to my opinion, the best sales and marketing tool out there. Why do I say that? Because I really truly believe that video is a leading content which is now on a platform like today, which was said, for example, about the Facebook, right, on the LinkedIn. We see on videos on YouTube, obviously, Vimeo, Instagram. It's a leading content, or it's a content which really drives a lot of attention. So I just want to ask you, how many of us here are the business owners? Majority? Okay, just quick question. How many of you have seen a business-related video in the past month? Business-related video in the past month, right? Okay, cool. How many of you created video for your business in the past month? All right, okay. So you see, there's a great disproportion between these two numbers, right? Or between these two things. People are there. They want to consume videos. They want to consume that content. We as a business owners, we are really not stepping up from this perspective. So we are not actually providing that content. So from this perspective, you can see there's a huge window of opportunity for us, for business owners, to be at that leading edge and to provide that content, provide the videos for our clients, for our prospects, for our customers, and become what in marketing we can call this leading voice of industry or something like that. So I really truly believe that video is the best sales and marketing tool out there. So why is it so? First of all, for some, maybe a little bit of a subconscious reason, video makes you being an expert. I think it comes down to that we look at the TV, and when people are talking in the TV, that we feel that they are an expert. So when we see the videos and somebody talking to us through the screen, we always feel like, oh, they must be important, they must be an expert. So it's kind of like a subconscious reason. Obviously, you should always provide a good content for your customers. Video makes a personal connection. I think that's very, very clear again. If you imagine that you have 2 websites, both of the websites provide certain services. Services, for example, painting the house. On one, there is a just very nice website without any video. The other one has a short video where the owner is explaining a little bit about the company, a little bit about what they do, how they will paint your house. Probably that website will drive a little bit more conversion than the first one, because there is a certain personal connection between you and between the owner and his customers. Obviously, why? Because video makes that personal connection. I always say that I'm a big fan of the Big Bang Theory, and I've seen many of those episodes and all that, and I always feel like if I meet Jim Parsons in person, I would come up to him and say, "Oh, hi, how are you? Everything all right?" Of course, he doesn't know me, but because I was watching so many of these episodes, I became familiar with that figure. And I feel very personally connected with him. So again, video bridges that connection, bridges that. So if you use videos, you become more personally connected with your clients and customers. And I think that's important part for our business. Another one, video is grabbing a lot of attention. You know that Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, all of them, they're fighting for the attention, and video is actually driving that attention more than anything else. So obviously, attention is a key factor of any kind of video. Obviously, with attention comes the engagement. There's a lot of engagement, and again, I don't want to spend any time on on different statistics. Or you can always Google it, but there's a lot of engagement with the video. Comprehension level, that's another aspect why I believe that video is a very important tool for us as business owners. We had just not long time ago, we had one project for one of our clients. They wanted to create printed manual for the waiters and waitresses about how to serve the guest, how to tidy the tables, how to do all these kind of things. And they came to the conclusion that actually creating a video manual will be better. And obviously the comprehension level which was measured was about 50% more than you can imagine from the printed manual, because the printed manual will be pretty hefty book probably. With the video, it's not just that they heard, but they also saw. So they've seen exactly what they need to do. So the comprehension level of the video is much higher than any other content. Longevity, that's another thing, another aspect why I believe that video is important, because the video stays on the platforms for much longer. So it's not just one time or one off. It stays there and drives the engagement and the attention throughout sometimes years, sometimes even longer than that. VCP means video creates certain visibility. Visibility, it's turned into credibility, and the credibility turns into profitability. Obviously, we all, as a business owners, we want to be profitable in our businesses. So I really believe that if we create videos, good content, that turns into credibility. It's high credibility for us as a business owners, and in turn, it then comes to profitability. 71% of people have been convinced to buy product or service by watching brands' videos. 80% of users recall a video ad they viewed in the past 30 days. And 75% of people say they'd like to see more videos from brands. So those are certain few numbers which just prove that really video is very, very important content for us as a business owners to use it for our benefits. So I was talking about why is video important. I would like to also talk about what kind of videos we can use as a business owners for us. First, I would really think that the elevator pitch, short video, is one of the most important which we as a business owners can use. Elevator pitch is a marketing term. Obviously, majority of us, we know what it means. You get into the elevator, you're going up to the elevator, and somebody is asking you, what do you do? So you have about 45 seconds to 1 minute to explain what you do, what is the nature of your business, what are the solutions. And with the solutions, I would really pause here, because many times we have tendency, when somebody asks us, what do you do, we start saying, we are this, we are that, we have this, we have that. But actually, if you say 3 times we are, people stop listening. I think maybe even twice. People completely shut down. Nobody cares who you are. Everybody cares what you can do for them. What is the solution that you're bringing on the table? I think it's very important to understand that as well, or not understand, but just kind of to comprehend that, because we can change the narrative of that kind of short video, the elevator pitch. Because we can start with some intriguing question. We can try think about the pain points of our customers, of our clients, what they are seeking, what is their pain points, what is the solution that we are bringing. And if we can actually pinpoint that, then people are listening. So I think it's important to see not just what kind of video, but also the narrative, how we can do this elevator pitch. Elevator pitch is usually a very short video, as I mentioned, 45 seconds. I would say really maximum of 1 minute. We should not really go over that. These videos can be used in various forms. Of course, you can share them on the social media, but I do often say that it's very useful that you actually provide a link in your email signature with a short thumbnail, or with a small thumbnail, and with the link to the video. Those kind of videos are highly viewed. They go out with all the emails which you send, and they have actually very, very good impact from the perspective of the business. So I think if you're thinking of creating video for your business, I would definitely start from this. It's a very simple thing to do, and I will also, later on, I will show you and I will tell you what kind of equipment and all these things would you need in order to do that. You don't really need any big equipment. You don't really need any video production company or anything like that. You can do it really on your own. Second video which I feel is important for our business is a corporate video. It's a little bit more, there need to be a little bit more preparation for the corporate video. It need to be a little bit more scripted in a way. But this video is a very comprehensive video about what are your services. And again, even that kind of video needs to be looked at from the perspective of what are the solutions that we're bringing, and what are the pain points we are solving for our customers and our clients. Corporate video tend to be a little bit longer. I know that, just a few years back, we had a few clients, and then they came and they said, like, we want to create a corporate video, and that corporate video shouldn't be really long, something about 6 to 7 minutes. I know that, the attention span of the people is getting shorter and shorter. 6, 7 minutes, nobody's gonna watch that. Nobody can ever watch that kind of long video, not a corporate video. Of course, if you see a YouTube, there are a lot of videos which are watched, and the time, I think that the viewing time of the average viewing time of the video on the YouTube is over 10 minutes, but those are very, very different types of videos. Corporate video really, again, need to be very, very focused video, and I would not really go over 2 minutes. That's the maximum of this. Many times we tend to explain to our clients, especially, for example, clients from the hospitality industry. They want to create a video about the hotel. So, for example, we are in a hotel, and they want to show this room and the ballroom and different types of rooms in here, and different types of restaurants which they have, and the spa and everything. And they want to put everything in one. Just try to think of it from the perspective of the client, how they gonna watch it. If you create a short videos, 1 minute videos about each aspect of that hospitality segment, if you segment your videos, then you have a much higher visibility, because the people, they will see, okay, so what kind of restaurants are there? So you have a short video about 1 minute about the restaurants in that particular hotel. You have a 1 minute about the spa. You have 1 minute or 30 seconds about the different rooms. And then if you add all this time which the people watch, then you will find out that actually they watched the whole thing, but in a bite-sized thing. So that's important also to look at it from this perspective, how we actually segment each video. So corporate videos are, I would say corporate videos are the second most important part of our video mix for our businesses. The third one, I would say, we can create a lot of social media videos. And the social media videos can be very, very different. It can be tips, it can be certain hacks, life hacks. You can basically feature your skills, you can feature your events. There are a lot of different things and different aspects of the social media video, and I would not go into that much. I want to go and I want to talk a little bit more about this client testimonials. That's another type of videos which I believe are very important, because those are videos that somebody else is talking about your company. Somebody else is giving an experience with your company. Not you bragging about yourself, not you bragging about what you do, but somebody else. And don't get me wrong, I'm not talking here about these fluffy videos where people say, oh, you know, he was so nice and she was so nice and it was fantastic and it was excellent experience. No, nothing like that. These videos, client testimonials, should be really very, very focused on the results. More like a case studies. So yes, we had this issue, we had this problem, we found this company XYZ, and then they did this for us, and because of that, we are, you know, we were at 0, now we are at 50 or something like that. Yeah. So even including certain numbers would be very, very helpful, because somebody else who will be watching, or your clients or your prospect who will be watching these kind of videos, can find out what will be the experience, or what are the experiences somebody else is having with you and with your product and with your services. So clients' testimonials are very, very important, again, in the mix of what we can do as a business owners in our videos, in our marketing strategies. Another one is objection videos. Sometimes we can call them FAQs or frequently asked question videos. Again, those are videos which give you certain credibility. You know that when we are going out there and when we pitch our services, how many of you have come across the same question all over again, always the same question from your clients? They're asking you very, very similar kind of question. I think all of us, we have the same experience, right? So why not create a video about that particular objection? Prior to that meeting, you can send to your client or your prospect this short video where you tackle this objection, and you say, have a look, you know, we were gonna have a meeting. I know that these questions come up very regularly. That's why we created this short video. Please have a look at it. Again, it creates completely different environment, because first of all, the people, they will know, or they will figure out, they say, oh, these people, they really know what they're talking about. They know what the business is, you know. They know that they've been there already, and they tackle these kind of issues. Also, if you do the video and you're overcoming those objections, you're basically telling your customers what you need them to know. Yeah. So objection-based videos or objection videos are again very, very good and very important videos which we can create as a business owners. Animated videos, I just added this slide here because it's just another part or another type of videos which we can think of if we're talking about videos for our businesses. Just recently, we had a project for one of our clients who is into accountancy, and they feel that they are very, you know, they have a very boring business, so they wanted to come up with something cool and something a little bit funky, and they wanted to project themselves as a little bit more positive bunch of people. So we suggested animated video, because for some reason animated video is always seen by us, by viewers, as something more positive, more happy. We have that kind of, I think it comes down to our childhood, because we grew up with some cartoons and things like that. So we have that kind of very familiar feeling to animated videos. So animated videos are actually very good, and sometimes it can be used even in very serious type of businesses, as I mentioned, for example, accountancies and so on. So those are different type of videos. Oh yeah, I forgot about one, which is interviews. Interviews are, again, just the credibility kind of videos, which establishing you as an expert in that particular industry. So you can ask your clients, you can ask your prospects and customers to create video and ask them certain questions. Again, you can afterwards feature them on your YouTube channel. About like 5-6 years ago, we had one channel which called Dubai Interviews, and we did a lot of interviews with different business owners here in Dubai, and I had this feedback from a lot of people. They kept talking to us, and they say, oh, I don't want to be in front of the camera. And then 2 weeks later, I received an email. It said, "Oh, is it still on this channel? Can we still be? I mean, can we still be interviewed?" So many people, they have the initial thing that they kind of like shy away from the camera. But at the end of the day, they like to be featured. They like to be asked some kind of questions. And if you feature them on your channel, you give them more visibility. And these questions can be really very simple, like we were asking about their business, what they do, how they came to Dubai, things like that. So it was very simple, not any controversial kind of things. So it was very pleasant for them to be featured there, and they really appreciated it. So again, if you want to use something like this, why not? If it gives you more credibility, if it gives you more like a positive outcome from your clients, why not do it? So those were basically two things: why video is important, why I believe the video is important, what kind of videos we can create, just some basic ideas. And I just go very quickly through the video structure, because I think we all know that we need to first prepare. So the first part is a pre-production where the script is created. So if I go to the first part, like let's say that we're gonna create a video which is the elevator pitch video. So here we really need to prepare ourselves. We need to prepare the script. We need to figure out where we're gonna shoot it and all that things. Then the production, that's the second step, obviously, where we're gonna do the actual work and shooting the video. And obviously there comes a post-production. Many people, they think that the post-production is not that important, or maybe not that important, but they don't see it. So majority of our clients, I have always a bit of a laugh when they, we finish the shoot, and the next day they call me and they say, "Okay, when the video will be ready?" They might think that we are insomniacs or something. So, but anyway, so the post-production is usually a very tedious process, and it takes some time. The magic happens there, but the post-production is usually the big part, or the biggest part from the time perspective of creating the video. I was talking about what kind of videos. I was talking about the structure, and I would like to give you also some few ideas of, so you can take it back to your companies, your businesses, which kind of video you can create and what you can do. So if you can promote your company brand and product through, for example, as I mentioned, this elevator pitch, that's one thing. You can also highlight the skills. If you have very specific skills in your company, so that's another part which is actually nice to do, and it sets you apart from the competition. So highlight your skill, any specific skill which you have in your company. Very important parts of videos are how-to videos. I think we all have seen these videos on the YouTube. These are those videos are really very, very highly watched videos, and I believe that if we have something which we can show how to, people really appreciate that again. So create how-to videos for this. Showcase an event. If you have an event in your company, if you have an event coming up, you can showcase an event. And don't stay just there. Show people and take them behind the scenes. I think important here is to understand that many people, they appreciate when you take them somewhere where they normally don't go to. You know how many of us we've seen the videos or movies, and then the behind the scenes, the BTS video was even better than the movie itself. Sometimes it's very interesting to actually walk behind the scene and look how the things are created, how the things are made. So create that kind of feeling for your customers, that you're treating them as a VIPs, you're treating them with a backstage pass. And create these behind-the-scenes videos. Again, they can be very simple. They can be shot on your mobile phone. It's not necessary to go like a big and a huge production. But those behind-the-scenes videos are very nice, and they are very much appreciated by our clients. Expert interviews, I was talking about them previously, that those create certain credibility. They create credibility, and they, again, create appreciation from our audience because we feature somebody on our platform. It can be, again, on a Facebook, and it can be on YouTube, sharing these expert interviews with our clients. I would like to touch upon a little bit about what kind of video equipment we can use for creating our videos. First and foremost, of course, we probably need a camera. We definitely don't need anything like that. This is a professional camera. We definitely not need something like that. But most of us probably have a DSLR, or have at least we can afford to have a DSLR. But even if we don't have any DSLR, something like this, we all have our smartphones. And again, I said at the beginning, I'm really trying to encourage people to use videos more and more in their businesses, because I really feel that for us as a business owners, we were looking for the ways how to reach out to more audience, how to be more visible out there. And many times I hear that, oh, you know, it's too expensive, and we cannot afford to do videos, and it's too time-consuming and all this. Actually, those are really just excuses. We all have our smartphones, and if we have a smartphone, we have a possibility to create video for ourselves. So use that and start creating videos. From the perspective of creating videos, I believe that video as such is a secondary to audio. Why I'm saying this, just imagine that you're gonna watch a video which is really pristine, perfectly done, with a crappy audio, and then turn it the upside down, or vice versa. You're gonna create not so video, but with excellent sound. Probably, I think most of us would feel that, you know, okay, the video was not so great, but still, at least I could hear, I could understand what the person is saying, yeah? Because if it's vice versa, we feel like, oh, this is not really great. So please be mindful of this and invest at least a little bit, if not in anything else, if not in a camera, if not in anything else, create and invest in a microphone. Not this one, again, this is something more professional, but something like this is very affordable for the DSLR. If you're gonna use a mobile phone, just have this one. Actually, I don't have it here with me. I have it in my notebook over there. But I can show you that really I'm carrying this lapel mic with me all the time. Whenever I need to create some kind of short video, short tip, I have this mic with me, and it's so easy just to plug it into my phone, and the audio is excellent. It's really much better, of course, than the audio from if you would be recording it from your mobile phone. Again, it just gives that kind of extra feel of a better looking video because of the audio. So the audio is really very, very important. And this kind of mic, I'm not really sure now, but I think I bought it for like a 50 dirhams. I think we all can afford to spend 50 bucks for better audio. So that was the camera, or that was the equipment, that was the audio. And what about lights? Again, I can show you this. You don't need that. Like we have here some lights, some video lights, but this is more for the professional, some kind of ring lights and all these kind of things. It's fine. But sometimes even like a simple lamp can do a good job. For this, just a little hack, because the direct light can usually create a lot of shadows, and it's not really that nice. I would tell you, just use baking paper and put it in front of that lamp, because then suddenly you diffuse the light, and the light is a little bit softer. If you don't have a baking paper, you can use some white cloth or anything like that, for that matter. Just diffuse the light and making it a little bit softer. It really gives an extra feel, and you don't have these harsh shadows under your eyes and all that. But even if you don't have that, sometimes in darker conditions you can use some other phone, so second phone, just to light up that particular scene, or just simply look for the source of light. The window is perfect source of light because it's nicely diffused, it's natural light, and it's perfect for our videos. So obviously now here, when you see this picture, so obviously the camera would be facing the person and being back towards the window. So that would be the perfect position to shoot the video in that particular setting. So if I'm going through the equipment, I would like to mention also a tripod. Again, these are the professional things. I'm just giving it as an example. This is a little bit more affordable. These are very, very popular now. I think many people, they use these small DJI Osmos, which are now there. They are very good, especially for you if you want to try to vlog or doing some videos which you actually want to walk and create a video as you're walking. This is, I think, this is actually DJI as well, stabilizer for the phone. But even if you don't want to spend any great amount of money, you can buy something like this. This is 25 dirhams. It's called Gorilla tripod. It's actually very nice because the legs are bendable. So if you need to attach it to somewhere, then you can use that. So that's a very useful thing. This tripod, yeah, it's simple as well for the iPhone, also for the smartphone. And if nothing else, just try to always find some stable support for your camera or for your phone. Because if you create a video and then you just keep it in your hands, or you're recording audio just handheld, usually it's kind of jittery and shaky. It doesn't really look that nice. So I would really recommend you just to look at any stable support and just lean your phone somewhere. What are the best practices in order to create videos? I would go through this very, very quickly. I already mentioned, just keep your shot steady. Don't really move too much around. That's really the best way to start, because in a post-production, if you're gonna go to the post-production, you can always zoom it in a little bit, zoom it out, you can just play with it, So if you have the steady shot, it's always the good base, So that's one thing. Many times, and I think you've seen it also in these, birthday videos and wedding videos, like the homemade stuff, when people are zooming and panning and doing all sorts of kind of movements in there. It's not really great. When we had our television seminars, they always said, like, if you pan, just pan maximum of 45 degrees. Don't really pan. You've seen these pans, like it goes, almost all around, like 180 degrees, sometimes 360. It just doesn't look nice, really, and doesn't look professional. So try to keep it really simple. Don't overuse these things. Obviously, there are some rules which you can think of, and one of them is rule of thirds. I think all of us who did some of photography, we know these things, that the most pleasant is when the subject of that setting is on one of the sides, whether on right or left, on rule of thirds. I have here some of the examples of how not to do it. So this is pushed too much to the side, too much negative space on the other side. Why am I talking about this? I mean, I hope I'm not boring you to death, guys, but these things are really important for us to know in order to create a pleasantly looking videos. So we want to create videos which really are appealing to our clients and our customers. So I'm pretty sure you've seen many videos which are out there in the social media where people are placing themselves like this, too much headspace, too much negative space around them, not really looking very nice. This one is very often, I've seen it with a lot of YouTubers. They placing themselves right in the middle. Not that it's wrong, but still the visually most pleasing is this setting. The rule of third applies to other things as well, not just people standing in front of the camera. This is another one. And here are examples of two things. Actually, if you see the thing on the left side, it's nothing wrong really with that. But if you look at the second picture on the right side, you feel that, I mean, I don't know about you, but I really feel that it's a little bit more pleasant to look at. So these are just application of rule of thirds. I'm not going to go too much to the camera angles because there's so many things to be said about that. But what I would like to just mention are different camera shots. Why am I talking about this is because when we go and when we try to create videos, just think about how people will look at it and try to make those videos to look the most engaging and entertaining. So you can use a different camera shots for your videos. So one is what we call extreme wide or long shots. Those are usually establishing shots. So imagine that we are doing, for example, the videography from this conference. So first, the establishing shot would be from somewhere outside, then long shot or the wide shot of the setting or the hotel, you know, where the conference is happening. Yeah. The second should be the lobby, for example, another shot which is, you know, the entrance, the reception, and another one which called extra long. Then long shots are usually the full body shots, which we can then cut into a medium shot, which usually covers from the knee up, and then there are half body shots or medium shots as we call them, medium close up, and extreme close-ups. Why am I talking about this again? Is just for you to understand that there are a lot of different shots which we can use for our videos to become a little bit more pleasant to watch, a little bit more interesting. Yeah. So imagine we have a wide shot of this audience here. Then the second shot might be a close-up shot of somebody reading some of those leaflets or writing something down, noting something down, somebody talking to each other, you know, then another wide shot. Don't do the video just based on the wide shot or just on the close-ups. Yeah? Those videos are then very interesting if you piece them together, as I mentioned. So those are the camera shots which I just talk about. So if we're going to, again, hypothetically, let's do that we're going to create that short elevator pitch. Before we press the record button, what are we going to do? First of all, we need to be familiar with our text. We need to be familiar with what we are going to talk about. And the more we practice, of course, more familiar we are with the text, the better it is. Some people, they say you should really practice it in front of the mirror because then you see your gestures, then you see, you know, how you if you're smiling or not smiling, or what are your expressions and all that. So rehearse the text, of course, that's quite self-explanatory, I guess. Keep your camera stable. That's coming back to what I mentioned before. Just really use some tripod, some small tripod, or just lean the camera somewhere, wherever it is possible, just to keep it stable. Stay away, of course, stay away from the noise. Stay away from any noisy atmosphere, noisy environment, and especially if you want to create a video which you actually recording the audio. Of course, you should be in a very neat and clean location. If you want to sit in the office, just tidy up the office. You don't want to showcase any cluttered environment. That's not ideal. And facing source of light. Again, if you're using any lamps or if you're using the natural light from the window, so be it. And at the end, of course, always keep the positive vibe. So keep smiling. So those are just a few tips of how to create these kind of videos. And I was talking about all these kind of things, and now I would just touch upon very quickly about what we can do and how we can do it. What in terms of the tools. So there is, of course, there are some editing softwares. As a Premiere Pro, you can use iMovie. you can go with the Lightworks and Power Director. Those are usually a little bit more advanced things because those are editing softwares for your computer. If you want to use online editing, means editing which is based online so you can edit actually on your website. There are a number of things. There are really a lot of tools out there. One of them is, for example, Kizua, which is a good platform to edit your video, which gives you a lot of different options as different filters, different transitions. You can choose music, you can choose other things there, so it's very, very simple to use it. You can use Magisto. There's another one. As you can see, I don't know if you see that you have different transitions, you have different filters. Again, you can use music, you can add some text as well, and different effects. Lumen 5 is another one which I usually mention here because I like it from different perspective. Many times people they don't know what to create a video about. Lumen 5 is actually allowing you to create videos because they're using AI, they're using some artificial intelligence. They can actually allow you to turn your blogs into videos. So you can upload the blog to Lumen 5, and they will use the AI, and they will actually suggest certain visuals for your blog, and they will create a short video out of your blog post, which is very nice. And actually, a funny thing is, it's free. Actually, they have some pricing options, but for the lower resolution and with Lumen 5 logo, you can still do it for free, and then you can figure out if it's something for you. Yeah. Anyway, it's really easy to turn your blog post into short videos. Fantastic. Go Animate is another website which I'm mentioning here. There are a lot of other animations, website animations, where they will turn your. They have presets. They have different scenes, already pre-made scenes, so you can actually create your animated videos without any issue. Even if you don't want to do that, and you can still use your phone, and you can have certain editing apps. One of them is InShot. I'm using it, time to time. You can create different collages, photo collage. You can do some photo editing as well, and you can create a video inside this app. You can do Viva Video. It's another one. There is another Filmora Go. Yeah. It's another one, and all of them, they're allowing you to add music. Again, similar thing to what online with the online editing. Just you can do it basically on your phone. If you fancy a stop motion, I mean, I don't know how many of you know stop motion. Stop motion it's a very popular videos, especially for the Instagram. There is a stop motion studio which allows you to take a picture of different things, and then you can create a stop motion video for your Instagram page. Many times what I've heard is that people have an issue with standing in front of the camera and talking into the camera. So you can actually use teleprompter. This is a proper teleprompter which they're using in a TV as a TV cast. But you have actually a few apps. Definitely there are like 10 or 15 apps which you can turn your phone into teleprompter. So imagine, like I'm using this one. I'm using Nano Teleprompter. It's a paid thing. I think it costs about 20 dirhams if I'm not mistaken. But it's fantastic because you can actually create your text. You place the text on the phone, and you basically record. And you read the text from the screen. You can control the size of the font. You can control how fast it's scrolling and all that. So it's very easy because, of course, I understand none of us want to look stupid on a camera, right? We don't want to look that, and we don't want to take 20 different takes and still not getting it right. So creating or using these tools as a teleprompter is fantastic, and it's very, very easy and simple to use. So Nano Teleprompter, or for that matter, any teleprompter app for the phone is a great help. So this is basically what I use. I usually use this. And one last thing which I wanted to share with you before I go is this very useful thing for, I believe, for any business owners who are really serious and they want to do some good with the video. This is Soapbox from Vistia. Is actually an extension to Chrome. It's a free extension. What that extension allows you to, you create a video on from your laptop. So basically, what I'm using it for is whenever I'm creating a proposal for my clients and my customers, I create a short video about that proposal. I use Soapbox because that allows me to record my screen. So as you can see on that left side, that's me, and next to it is my PDF of the proposal. So I'm basically recording a video screen flow of what I'm talking about in that proposal. One thing which just using this increase the conversion of our proposals by 30%. I'm creating this video for every single proposal which I'm sending out there. Why? Because you know how it is. If you send your proposal to your clients, what they do? They just open the PDF, they scroll down to the page where you talk about the price, and they see that. They have absolutely no personal connection with you whatsoever. But creating this video, I always put it inside the email, and like my line is there. Hello, so and so. Please have a look at this video. This explains a little bit more about what went inside the proposal, what was the thought process behind that, and I can tell you that really the increase is 30%. Yeah. So, and it's free. So, if nothing else, please use that. Have an edge over your competition. Have an edge over the other people, and just use this. It takes you 5 minutes. If 5 minutes increases 30% of your conversions, how great is that? So I think it's really good. I have a lot of other things, but I think there's not really much time. Of course, I'm gonna skip there where you can create, where you can actually upload the videos. There are many different things. I just want to say, please focus on first and seconds of your video if you're gonna create those videos, because the attention span of the people is extremely short. Create a bite-sized videos, as I mentioned earlier. Create the video, segmented it into short bite size. 45% of you stop watching after 1 minute. Just have that in mind. Strategy, have a strategy how to use the video, why you want to use the video. Don't use the video just because I told you so. Don't use the video because somebody else has it on the website and told you, oh, this is good. Have the clear objective, because only then you have a very clear target as well. And always add call to action at the end. I think I just finished my presentation, and with that, is there any, if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer. Any questions? Yes?
Can you go over maybe, so you talked about microphones, for example. Can you go over some of the different types of mics, like condenser mics, omnidirectional, and so forth? Because obviously if if I'm using lavalier, that's great for certain scenes, condenser mics for other ones, but can you kind of go over that for everyone here?
Yeah, so I'm not really sure if I want to go into that much details, but for example, the mic which I was showing, the lapel mic, is a mic which actually is a directional mic, so it actually reduces the ambient noise. So again, exactly, if you're doing some interviews, or if you're doing some stand-up in front of the camera, and you want to create a good, pristine sound and audio, that would be a good mic to use here. So again, I don't really want to go too much into details in certain things, but you know, just any kind of mic would be still better than using just the mic which is built into your camera or built into your phone. So I think that's, yeah. Yes.
Hi. So actually, it was pretty informative. I actually checked out the Lumen 5, and I did a quick thing with my blog. It was pretty interesting. The issue I have is as a technology provider. So you have to dumb down a lot of product features, and you know, I represent. I mean, I do brand marketing for a client who is a technology client, right? So we're always talking about how we can tell our story with videos. And the issue we've always faced is what kind of video, you know, works better for you know, very hardcore, you know, technology stuff, whether it's like, I mean, there are whiteboard stuff, there is obviously live motion, animation, flat animation, 2D animation kind of things. We've tried many different, but there've been like varying results. So is there any advice on for such kind of products, what kind of videos work better?
So yeah, I would think about this from two different aspects. One, who you're talking to, so your target audience, that's one thing, because then you look at the videos from slightly different aspects, from not just from you know, what type of videos, but what is the narrative. So who am I talking to? Am I talking to somebody who already know my company, or am I talking to complete stranger, and I should be more in a layman terms? So if you're talking to some technical people who know your product and you want to explain your features and specifics and all that, then obviously that the narrative will be slightly different, and maybe even the form of the video will be different. Perhaps it can be, as you mentioned, a whiteboard animation. It can be something which will be a little bit more descriptive. Yeah. Whereas if you talk to somebody who doesn't know you at all, you don't want to get into nitty-gritty of things. So for example, the similar thing what I was asked now about the microphones. Honestly, I don't want to get into that, because majority of us, we don't have even a mic. Why we would know about, you know, all these omnidirectional and you know, this and linear and all these kind of things, because it's overwhelming suddenly. So if you're gonna start with this kind of video where you're getting too deep to the people who they don't know anything about you, they're gonna switch off. So create a video, and then you know who you're talking to, and based on that you will also find the proper form, you know, what to use. If it's animation, it's whiteboard animation, or it's just simply somebody standing in front of the camera and explaining something with some motion graphics aside or something like that. Yeah. So I hope it answers your question. Yeah. Any other questions? Yeah. Okay, so I think I ran out of my time. Anyway, thank you very much. I'll be around here if you need any more clarifications or any more questions. Yeah, I'll be more than happy to answer. Thank you very much.